Oh, no, we gonna do it together. I give you your own microphone too.
Oh man.
Yeah, I came up.
Well, you be high speed. I don't even know if I'm worthy to be on this stage.
Oh man, get out of here.
You look good. Let me check your nose. I see if you got any bats in the cave. You good.
I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm good, friend. I'm the kind of friend that you want.
Oh my goodness. Let me check your back, Kate.
Want to make sure we broadcast, which I know we is. Yep, there you go. You checking the back cave live on Facebook. So here we are. Here we are. You ready to do this? I'm ready to do this.
Where am I looking up top?
Let's
Are
see.
we live?
Go. Yeah, we are live right now.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You just look at the camera. You know how to do this. We've done this. We done it.
It's been a while, man.
Kevin Stew, Mr. Do Right, if you didn't know. We are live here in Austin, Texas at the Master Manhood Conference, building men from the ground up. I think that's what it's called. Building the men from the ground up. I got it right the first time. Look at that. And I'm here with my old friend, Richard Helen.
How y'all doing?
Man, I had to talk to him because, you know, he always on the move. He was about to run out of here, and I had to snatch him back. I'm like, hold on, man. I gotta talk to you real quick. But I just wanted to sit here and talk with you, find out what you're doing, where people can find you, because I tell you what, this is my mentor for sure. Taught me a lot of stuff, and I recently got married, and the only reason I even thought about trying to get married is because of the tools that you instilled in me. So I definitely wanted to get you on here so people can get those same tools so that it can help them. So, Mr. Helen, what is it that you do, sir?
I do a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I'm a John Maxwell speaker, trainer, coach. I'm a sales manager. I'm a husband. I'm a father. But I think most of all, I'm a servant. So I think everything kind of stems from just being a servant. So I just look for ways each and every day how I can actually serve first my family, and then serve everybody else in the community, and everywhere else I can actually serve. So
Okay.
that's kind of it in a little small nutshell.
So basically, you like to encourage people.
Like
You like to
encourage people.
enlighten people.
Right. And empower people.
That's what
I had a conversation with my boss a couple of days ago, and when you think about these two terms for as management and leadership,
Right.
we often get those two terms confused.
Right.
But leaders do two things specifically and they do it really well. They empower people and they inspire people. Managers dictate and control, but leaders empower and they inspire. So each and every day I wake up and I ask myself, how can I empower the people that I've been in charge to lead?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what it boils down to. How can I empower people and how can I inspire people?
And before you can do any of that, you have to have that buy-in.
Yes. Yes, that's one of my favorite words, man.
It's almost like I know you.
Yeah, people have to buy into you first. If not, they won't buy into where you're trying to take them. And this is so powerful when it comes
Right.
to leadership. In order for people to, put it this way, people buy in when they had a chance to win. And so I'm at a new job, and they don't understand how I actually operate. So if I'm interviewing somebody, I do 3 interviews. But the third interview, those people actually interview with the team.
Okay.
And so the boss was like, why are you letting them interview with the team? Well, I want to buy in. Right? If they feel like they are part of something, then I don't have to train that person. They'll take part in training that person, right? And it also makes people feel valued. So you're exactly right, man. You have to get a buy-in from the people you lead. If not, nothing else actually works. So you have to get a buy-in. So if you're a leader out there watching, do the people that you lead buy into who you are, first of all, and what you're trying to do and where you're trying to take them. Because if not, you're going to struggle trying to get those people to follow you.
So, you're a speaker, trainer, and coach.
Yes.
And you like to tie in your leadership training with your marriage training. And that's one of the things I like, because you can't be head of the household if you don't know how to be the head of the family and the household. And I think that's really good. And one of the things I really learned from you is learn how to serve. Believe it or not, I wrote the whole wedding speech, right?
That's pretty powerful.
And one of the things you said stuck with me. And so when I wrote my vows, I said that I am here to serve you. I'm not worried about myself anymore, because if you're here to serve me, I don't have to worry about myself anymore. And that by me serving you, there's nothing else that I need to concern myself with. And I believe that by doing that, I got that buy-in. And now I have a strong relationship and a good foundation to work off of. And I got that from you. Plus the 5 agreements and everything else. But
Powerful, man.
I wanted to get you on here, I guess, just to sit here and give you praise and to thank you for what you have instilled in me over these years. You gave me an example of a healthy marriage. You gave me example of being a strong man. And not that I haven't had those examples in my life, but to have it in a friend. I've had it, my brother was a big influence on me, but to see somebody I didn't know. I met you in school, but when I met you in school, I was like, man, that dude right there, you talking it, but you walking it, you'll say something, you confident with it. I'm like, man, that's somebody that I would like to emulate, because that's what I want to see in myself. And so that's why I became friends with you,
Likewise.
And we've been pushing each other ever since. And I just appreciate you. So, I don't want to sit here and not give you your flowers now and give you your flowers after you're gone. I want to give you your flowers now. So that's why I'm able to sit here in front of the world, even if nobody watches this. It's still out there in the world for anybody to see.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
That way, they know how I feel about you
I
while you're
appreciate
still standing here on the side of me.
And it's mutual. Your friendship has been a great benefit to me. I can't tell you how much stuff I've actually learned from you. I want you to tell the story, though, that you just told me a few minutes ago about a couple, somebody you was talking to, and you was talking to them about serving. You told me the story.
I was telling you the story about how,
That was pretty powerful.
because they made the statement. They said, money is the biggest reason why people break up. And I said, well, actually, the reason people break up is selfishness. Because, and I learned that from you. Because if you take that money situation you're talking about, who was being selfish in that situation? Either somebody has the money and not giving it up, or somebody spending all the money and not contributing. But somebody's being selfish in that situation. So who's being selfish? If the other person's not being selfish, then it's probably you.
Pretty powerful.
So if you're in a relationship and you say, well, why you haven't given me my money yet? Well, if you're in a relationship, how is it your money?
Yeah.
So.
That's powerful.
But look, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's powerful.
I did not know that. And one of the greatest things I learned from you is to invest not only in yourself, but your relationship before there's a problem.
Yeah. Makes it easy to deal with.
Yeah, because it brings to light problems you didn't even think you had, but squashing them early before they grow out of hand. Because once they get too big, it's no putting them back in the bottle.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I do videos and do different things on Facebook, and it's not to show people that I think I'm smart, but I want to teach people how to serve.
Right.
And so one of the biggest issues when it comes to men, when it comes to their marriages, they want their wife to submit.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to create the gateway or the conduit for her to submit, serve her. And if you serve her, she'll submit. Not only will she submit, the children will submit, right? And everybody in your household will submit if you serve her. And it's called the law of reciprocity. If you serve her, in return, she's going to serve you back in return. Now, some people are selfish. It don't work that way with everybody. But in most cases, if you serve, she'll serve you back in return. And it makes for a healthy relationship.
But not to mention, if you worried about serving, even if it's not reciprocated, at least you know who that person is now. And you're going to learn what you need to learn, but it's gonna dissolve on its own, and you're going to find a person that you need to be with. I can testify to that right now.
So you're happily married right
Man,
now? I found he's my boy, but I found out he got married on Facebook. I'm like, hold up, he got married? He didn't tell me.
No, well, I didn't tell anybody because we were just trying to keep it to ourselves because, this was something that we had, that marriage thing was for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was fine. Later on, we were going to have something for the world, but we was going to concentrate on us first, and build on us and strengthen us. That's why we didn't tell anybody. Nobody was there. No one was there. And the only reason you even found out is because the picture was leaked. I feel like I'm a celebrity or something. But I mean, that was the only reason, and it wasn't because we didn't want nobody there, that we didn't want nobody to know, or we were trying to hide something. It was just we were trying to work on us. Let's start right here. This is me and you, and then we'll grow it out. And that was the whole point of it, you know. I'm not even mad about it, you know. It felt so comfortable because it was just like, just imagine you getting married, nobody there, and you're on the beach, and you're making this commitment to this person. That's what it felt like. I was comfortable, and it was just all words and all love there. I don't know. I'm getting all gushy.
You seem awfully happy.
I'm super happy.
You seem awfully
I
happy.
am super happy because I married my best friend.
Yeah.
You know,
Awesome.
and yeah, I feel like, you know, if you went to the doctor and you had your arm amputated, that's what it feels like every time I'm away from her. You know, so yeah.
That's awesome. You mentioned something earlier that, you know, we make relationships complicated.
Right.
Not
Oh,
really
yeah.
complicated, but we make them complicated.
Yeah.
And so in a marriage, what really makes it simple, to keep it simple as you possibly can keep it as simple as this. People have to become teammates. And that's what you was alluding to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That me and my wife were actually teammates.
Yeah.
And all that means, when you boil it down to the simplest part of it, is we both want the same thing and willing to do whatever it takes to accomplish that. An unhealthy relationship is just the opposite. You're roommates.
Yeah.
Right? You're not on the same sheet of music. It's my money. It's my kids. It's your kids. And everything is separate. So you're just roommates. You pay bills together. But when you teammates, you share everything together. So I put on Facebook a couple weeks ago, maybe a week or so ago. My wife has a daughter that's special needs. But when I married my daughter, I married my wife. And so we don't have stepkids. So we now have a daughter with special needs. When I met my wife, she had that. Well, now that we're married, we have that. So whatever she had when I married her, I embraced that. And watch this. This is really powerful. She had an ex-husband. So now we have an ex-husband.
Yeah.
Right? So whatever she had that was a part of her that I can't extract, it became a part of us. Because when you try to keep it separate, it just creates a dysfunctional relationship.
Right.
So I embraced the fact that she was married for 20 years. I was okay with that. I embraced the fact that she had a daughter. I embraced the fact that she had debt. I embraced all of that. Now, all of that's our stuff, not her stuff that she has to deal with on her own. It's ours. And that's how you have a healthy relationship, one that your children can look at and say, you know what? When I grow up, I want to be just like my mom and dad. Or they say, I don't want to be like my mom and dad, but you want them to be able to look at your relationship and have it something they can actually emulate. But it's just about two people actually just being on the same sheet of music, going in the same direction. So if you're having problems in your relationship, I can almost guarantee you that you're roommates and you're not teammates. Teammates share the same common goal. Roommates share the same common space.
Man, it is.
It's just as simple as that. Right? That's what it boils down to.
There it is, man. I forgot about that one. Oh, man, I didn't forget about it, but hearing it just it brings back a lot of memories.
Sharing the same common space. I meet so many people. I did this my own little survey. I think all statistics are actually made up. You just make them up. But nationally, 50% of people will get divorced. And this was my little statistic I just read on my own research. 30% of people that are married are just roommates. They don't want to get divorced for financial reasons for the kids. But out of all the people I know, I only know about 20% of people that are actually happily married. So it's really amazing when people see me and go, are you married? And I say, no. And women go, but you have a ring on your hand. I say, I'm happily married.
Yeah.
That's a
That's totally category.
Right? Anybody can get married. But I want you to be able to say I'm in a relationship and I'm actually happy. That I can be mad at my spouse. But if somebody asks me, am I married? It doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything because love doesn't come with conditions.
Right.
So it's still the same thing. No, I'm not married. I am happily married.
So when you have one of those applications, they say married, single, divorce. Do you
I scratch it out.
Do you
Put
put
happily
pencil in? So you put it out there in the universe.
I'm happily married, right? And
That's
like
good.
You, man. I look forward to going home to my spouse.
You gave me an idea. I think I'm gonna start doing that too. I like that.
I look forward to going home to my spouse and spending. Matter of fact, we've been together now for about 11 years. I can almost count the times we've been apart. I can count them.
Yeah.
In 11 years, I can count the times we've been apart, and usually had something to do with work or school. Outside of that, we go everywhere together. We date every week. We do everything together. and she's like you said earlier, she's my best friend. So
Yeah.
I come to stuff like this. She's not here because it's a man's conference, but outside of that, we
Yeah.
go.
That's why you was
everywhere.
rushing off so you can hurry up and get
run
home.
off. You got a beautiful wife.
Man, I'm ready to pack up too. I'm ready to get
Yes,
home.
indeed. I got a black holly berry at home. Yeah, I like going home to her, man. Oh, yes, indeed. Blessed and lucky, bro. I tell you. See, it's good stuff, though.
So where can they find you if they want to hear more stuff like
I'm
that?
on Facebook every day. I don't do Instagram as much as I probably should, but I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn. So just look for me on any of those avenues, and I'm always trying to drop some type of information that will hopefully be beneficial to people.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to put out there?
Interviewing me, man.
And trying to run off. Yeah, you know I had a plan for you.
Oh, and by the way, I got a book out called Marriage and Relationship Success. It's actually intentional. Actually, it's a leadership book, but it's written for people that's in a relationship. That's really powerful. I think we do ourselves a disservice if we get married and we don't invest in something, whether it be a book, whether it be a seminar, whether it be in counseling. But it's a really good way, if you're married or you intend on getting married, to take that relationship to the next level. So I appreciate your support.
Is that the only book you got?
No, I got another book
Oh,
out. My
okay.
very first book I written called Leadership in Life and Love. And in this book, really powerful book. You know what's really interesting?
What's
I go
that?
back and read them from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually inspired by something that I wrote. And I get so caught up in the book that I actually forget that it's something that I actually wrote.
Mm-hmm.
But the theme of the whole book is life is not about what you go through, it's what you grow through. And they brought up some in this meeting here, and I didn't. If you notice, I didn't say anything. I just kind of listened because I'm here to learn.
Right.
But here's a nice principle that I'm gonna actually do a video on probably today or tomorrow. This is pretty powerful. Watch this.
Okay.
If there is no enemy within, the enemy without can do you no harm.
Huh. Yeah. I got that from the
If
conference.
there's
Yeah.
no enemy within, the enemy without can do you no harm. So our greatest adversary, or our greatest
All right, now.
detriment to us, is not something outside of us. It's actually something that's actually inside of us.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna do a video on that. Pretty powerful stuff.
All right.
Talking about that kind of stuff.
And on Facebook they can find you where?
Facebook, Richard Helen Pathways, or either just Richard Helen. And you can find me on Facebook. I always got a whole bunch of content on there, from relationships to leadership type stuff. That'd be beneficial for you.
And if you go to YouTube, you'll see some of the old videos we used to do.
Old videos years ago about leadership and all types of stuff on YouTube.
Man, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Yes.
We good?
Thank you, Rich. Thanks. This is Richard Helen. I'm Kevin Stewart, Mr. Do Right. Thank y'all for checking this out. I'm gonna have some more people to interview. Just hang on there with us. All right?
Peace.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of sit to say, buddy?
All right, man. Look, sit right there on the bench. That's cool.
Cool. I'm gonna go home now, hang up this beautiful wife, throw my ribs on the grill. Appreciate it, man. I gotta come by the house sometime.
All right, yeah. You want to do an interview with me? I know you do, because this is the second time you was over here. Here you go. I'll let you hold the microphone, all right? All right. Man, don't be trying to outdo me and stuff like that, man. All right. You ready? You sure? Because we already live, so they already can see you. All right. So, Kevin Stewart, Mr. Do Right. If y'all didn't know, I'm still live. I didn't even go nowhere. I got my next victim. He is right here. What's your name, sir?
Jay Swain.
Say it again.
Jay Swain.
Jay Swain, not Jay Smooth, Jay Swain. All right, Jay Swain. So, what brings you to the conference today?
Just learn about manhood. I want my future to be great. I don't want to be like some average, normal extra in my show. So.
Really?
Yeah.
So you came here on your own to this conference to learn about manhood?
Like how to make sure my future is what I want it to be. I want to be successful.
Okay, so basically you want to have a successful life in the future, and you felt like you had to invest in it to make it happen.
Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you this. Tell me one thing that you got out that stood out to you from this conference.
Let people help you. You have to start at the bottom. You can't just go straight up to the top. Don't only try to look good on the outside.
Wow.
Keep things straight. Don't lie about stuff. Keep it 100.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. You know who Emmanuel Lewis is? Webster, back in the day? You probably don't. You're kind of young. You're not like a 35-year-old dude that just look young, are you?
No.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
Get out of here. How you 14 and you talking like that? That don't make no sense. I mean, why you not at home playing video games and stuff right now? You're not feeling it, huh? Dude, you inspiring me, man. Where my son at? So let me ask you this: where do you see yourself in 5 years then?
In a dorm at UT, I guess.
Really? Wow. Boy, you're going to be the Man in Me poster boy here in a second. Have you even met the guy over this, the Man in Me? Hold on. You know what? We're going to introduce you right now. And I want you to tell him what you told me. Because he.
That's a lot of words.
Oh, no, you ain't got to say it all of it. Oh, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Hey, Isaac, I need you to meet somebody.
You need me to meet somebody?
Oh, you need to meet this person right here.
Okay.
Tell him what your name is again.
Jay Swain.
Jay Swain. Oh, nice to meet you.
Tell him why you're here. I know, tell him why you're here, because I think this is awesome.
So I can have a good future.
Okay, that's real good.
Now I got to spoon feed him.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a young man. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The dorm at UT.
And
Oh, wow.
you came to this conference because you wanted to learn about what?
I wanted to learn about how to keep it 100, keep my manhood straight.
Oh, wow. How old are you?
14.
14. And you're thinking about that right now?
Yes.
Wow.
So what did you get out of this conference today?
I can depend on people. I need to forgive and forget. Well, not really forget, but keep it 100 with myself. And let people help me out.
That's real good. Do you have a support system? You have some people that you connect with anybody here, or you have something around?
Mr. Blake's, he was my teacher last
Okay.
year. Yeah, me and him pretty tight. I always talk to him and stuff. He helps me out, especially with my music. I play guitar, piano, sometimes the drums, but guitar is my main instrument. And yeah, he helps me a lot. He helps me out a lot.
Oh, nice, man.
The reason why I wanted you to meet him, and the reason why I wanted you to meet him, is because you put this on for people like you.
Yeah.
And you need this, and we need people like this to go out there and help manifest the men out there to be great. And I see you being great in the future. And I think this is a connection that's needed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of this whole conference. And you know, it blew my mind. He said that. I was like, are you serious? 14?
Yeah. 14.
I need to get him.
Yeah, really. And then, the reason why it's really a shock, I know you're looking like, what do you mean 14? It's like most 14-year-olds are not thinking about that. There's 40-year-olds ain't thinking about that.
Well, I mean,
You know?
I kind of have to. Like, I'm in ACC already, so.
Really? You taking classes already?
Yeah, I'm at ACC in Elgin now.
Oh, really? You already eligible to go to college already? Are you serious right now? Did you talk to the dean, Mervin?
Nah, I haven't talked to him.
Hold up.
See, right now, opportunity is going to be open for you right now. You're going to meet the dean of ACC. What you think about that?
I don't know.
And look, did you see this man right here in the blue suit?
Mm-hmm.
He helps people get scholarships and everything so they can go to school and manifest their dreams, just like you. Look, in one day, you come here to learn about manhood, and you may just find your whole path that you're looking for in one room. What you think about that?
It's crazy.
Or is it scary?
Nah,
if it's scary,
it's
it's
not
fine to be
scary.
scared.
It's not scary.
Okay, look at it.
So this is the dean right here.
Of the Northridge campus.
Northridge campus right here.
Pleasure meeting you, young man.
So tell them.
camp-
I brought somebody. So
which
yeah,
campus
now
are
go
you
ahead
at?
and
The Elgin campus.
Oh, yeah. The early college school there. So you know the dean over there?
I don't know.
You need to go and meet her. Her name is Heather Elias. Heather, she's about your height, real thin. Yeah, she's a little tough little joker, man. But what is your focus? What do you want to study? What do you want to be?
Well, I either want to work in urology or aerospace engineering.
Good deal. Good deal. So math is your friend, right? Math and sciences.
Science, yes. Math, I'm all right, but I'll get there.
Don't tell yourself you're all right. I'm serious. 'Cause you know what happens when you tell yourself, I'm all right? then those external things that you heard, like Josh was talking about, connect with the internal things, and at the end of the day, it'll cancel out your dreams. So you say, hey, I'm good at math.
I'm good at math.
And I'm going to work hard at it.
I'm going to work hard at it.
And I'm going to focus on what I want to do, right?
Focus on what I do.
Because the old jokers like me need somebody to take care of them when they get sick, right?
He's for real about that, right? He's for real about that.
Got my eye on you, okay? Well, I'm proud of you. And, you know, if you need anything, you let us know. I'm at Northridge, but I'm just an email away, okay? These cats know that if you email, I wish I had cards. I ran out of cards.
Yeah, ran out of cards.
Ran out of cards. So I hope some of the folks that I gave cards to reach out to me, because I'm one of these cats that'll respond back. All right? I'm proud of you. All right.
Man, I bet you wasn't expecting that, were you? You just thought you was going to get interviewed, right? So, anything else you want to put out there?
Be great.
Yeah, it is. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. All right, well, go out there and be great. It's a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
Hey, don't be a stranger. And look, when you get out there and be famous, I want an autograph. Don't forget me. All right, because I'm probably still here, but you not. All right, all right.
We're going to take a photo.
All right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Awesome. Nice, like the shoes.
I was told by my boss, but
Everybody need a book.
I'm gonna check it out. We're still streaming live? I don't know. No, I don't think so. There we are. It's in live. Michael's half in. Michael's half in. You're half in. So that's okay. You're through. You're good.
Where we need to be? Do we need to move?
Right back. Go ahead. That's hilarious. That is some epic footage that somebody needs to gather. Yeah. Hey, Matt.
There. We want to be there. We want.
Some more space?
No,
I can't see. Come on, Lois, come in here. It's over here. This is the camera that. Oh, well, yeah, we're focusing on that thing. Oh, he's trying to get in. I'm trying to get in. He's trying to get in.
Hey, just a quick, like right here. Ready? 1,
Jim, you want to get in?
2, 3. Yes.
Jim, you want to get in? I'm not too. Come on. He's not.
We'll add 1. We'll get it. A little bit closer. Ready, set, go. One more time. It's very important. We gotta get it right. 1, 2, 3.
Marcus almost smiled.
Almost. We'll never spike. Look, they told me I'd meet this team.
The camera's away.
Hey, Isaac Marcus, come on, go.
Oh man, that's about 150 megawatts of power.
3, 2, 3. Come in close. 1, 2, 3. Let me check just to make sure. Okay, that works. That thing right there, that is so shiny.
Oh, it's coming out?
That's right. 150 megawatts.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
The glow tape.
Thank you.
Learning?
It's a strange thing, you know. Think about how being a man, you know, what's all that. But it's supposed to be a band world, so we're supposed to already know.
I want that one.
Do I? Where Mike's at?
And y'all still live, so just
Say we still live. Hey, Isaac Rowe, we still live. Listen, look, we still live. Hey, Griggs, don't go nowhere. Hey, hi, my name is Josh Banks. I'm with Isaac Rowe. We're both co-founders of the Mastering Manhood Men's Conference. We just wrapped up our third one. What'd you think?
Oh man, it was amazing.
Yeah, give me a highlight. Tell me what
It
happened.
was
Tell me.
amazing. Man, Bavu was breaking down a lot of stuff, provoking thought,
Bavu
getting
did
everybody just engaged this morning, man.
Shout out to Bavu Blakes.
Yeah, he was getting everybody engaged this morning, getting everybody fired up.
Yeah.
You know, really just engaging. Like he was making them and waiting on a response this morning. He
made the brothers get into it.
He made them get into it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Griggs, come on.
And he broke all that ground because I think in conferences before it's been kind of like, well, we're going to talk to the group. This year's like, nah, we're going to do this thing together. Y'all are going to be a part of this thing. Y'all going to open up. And we're going to hash this thing out together.
Yeah.
And I think that just set the whole tone for what it was going to look like for the rest of the conference.
And what's crazy is that it seems like everybody was in sync to the whole message as a whole.
Yeah.
Like everybody's message was like building something or getting down to the root, the hidden things, or what's really going on with me, and really self-reflecting and having that introspection. And it was just amazing to see like everybody that I'm hearing from the feedback, from the different breakouts, even all the keynote speakers, even the interactive session.
I heard Joe breakout was dope, man.
It was pretty good.
I heard it was real good.
It was pretty good.
You didn't hurt nobody's feeling?
I ain't heard nobody.
Did anybody cry?
Couple people did cry.
Man,
That's all
dude,
right.
that's what I'm talking about.
Couple people did cry.
Hey, Griggs, what you feel about the other session? What do you think about our interactive group session?
I thought the interactive went pretty well. Like, we didn't really know how it was going to go. We just said, let's see what happens. And then I feel like it worked well. I mean, lots of guys were being vulnerable and sharing from the youngest in the room to the oldest in the room. And if you don't take the time to sit back and ask yourself the tough questions and figure out what's going on with you, then you're kind of missing out. So it just, I don't know. It was powerful, I feel like.
Yeah. I hope people go home and use the rest of that workbook and just kind of continue doing the work. I thought the craziest part is when I found out that in your group session you had them do that thing about write down names of people that you need to forgive, and then when we were on the stage, I was like, hey, off the cuff, write down the names of people you needed to forgive. I wonder how many people wrote the same names again, or if after gone to your session, like they were like, okay, I'm gonna deal with this. It's like, wait a minute, well, who else have I not dealt with? And their list would have been different. That'd have been interesting to see. So I don't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing to see that. All of
wrote a book about that.
Man.
Somebody.
Who wrote a book about that?
I mean, shameless plug, Josh Banks, author Josh Banks. Check me out on Facebook, joshuadcbanks.com.
Pick up his book. It'll help you out.
Other than that, man, I thought it was a great conference, man. I think I'm just on a high right now. All the amazing speakers, all the feedback from everyone. Everybody's just on a high, man. It was just a lot of information. I think it was a lot of information, a lot to soak in. And then I think some of the youth that actually came, they're like, I didn't expect, I was sent here, and I thought I wasn't going to like it.
Right.
And he was just straight up. He was like, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And he's getting enrolled in ACC and stuff like that. So that was something that we could be proud of. Like, they were really kind of like, what do we do? What am I going to do? All right, sir. All right. And went out.
All right, let's see what else. We need to do anything else?
Let's get Matt over here.
Yeah, let's get Matt over here. Hey, Matt, we live streaming right now on Facebook.
So I'm going to pass this to you.
Yeah. We're on Facebook Live right now. We're streaming to millions and millions of people right now. Look at that number, 1 million. See? We're at the million mark. And so, anyways, so Matt was our...
I'm not that great with numbers.
Matt was our closing keynote speaker. Matt was our closing keynote speaker, and Matt brought it home, talking about living with a courageous heart. How'd you feel about the event? How'd you feel about your connection to people when you were delivering your thing? Like, how did you feel? Did you feel like they were pulling stuff out of you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I live for this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely live for it. And it just felt like there was an amazing crowd here. The men had been through some transformation already. And it was just a chance to pour into them.
Yeah.
You know, but like I could look into the crowd. And it's like you look into that crowd and you start looking for those faces that like start identifying and start giving you that nod.
Yep.
And you can tell like you've hit that person's heart.
Yep.
You know, and so like if I only see one person that does that, I'm still happy. But
Yeah.
I was really blessed to look around the crowd and see several men just nodding their heads.
Yeah.
You know, just go, oh yeah, that's my story. That's my story. Or,
Oh, man.
I connect with that. And the thing is about the story, like I believe in storytelling is so powerful.
Yeah.
And that's how we connect to each other. But it's not the details about the story that really connect us.
Right.
It's the feelings and the emotions that you describe. When I say like I was ashamed, you know, I felt lost, I felt alone, that's when everyone starts, they get rid of all the details like, oh, I felt that way.
Yeah.
And then they start plugging that into their own story. So, you know, I was just incredibly grateful. There's some really good men here as always, so I felt honored to be a part of it.
Good, man. You did a great job.
Ah, thank you.
You brought the energy. You brought the hype. I liked how you made sure that your story was relevant to everyone in the room, and it wasn't about just some thing that you dealt with. It was about a journey that you dealt with that literally took you from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain, and it was so brutally honest. Like, hey, I haven't conquered everything yet. I'm still doing with all this stuff, just like everybody else is. Like, a lot of us are still fighting our fights.
I'm fighting with everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't have it all together, so. But hey, I'm in this to serve.
Man, I love it. I think that's it. I mean, yeah, Matt, you got anything else you want to say?
I don't know. You want to talk about that mustache?
I mean, it's coming in. Hey,
I want to thank you for the quote in my bio. Like, that was beyond beautiful. It was a little overkill, but seriously, thank you.
How do people find you online?
You know what? You can find me online. I feel like I'm a wrestler. Look. You can find me online. If you go, LinkedIn's probably one of my number one places. Look up Matt Gagnon, Gagnon on LinkedIn. You'll find a ton of emojis in my headline and stuff. The kids love it. You can find me on Facebook, and you can find me on Instagram under @LifeStoryCoaching. So again, I like sharing a lot of my personal journey. I like sharing a lot of tips and tricks for other people and theirs. But connect with me and reach out.
Cool. And you can find me on Facebook. But the best way to find me is www.joshuadcbanks.com. And yeah. Do right. What else you got, man? What you think? Do right? What you got?
I got something. I love these gentlemen. You know, I'm glad to come to things like this because I never done this before.
Yeah.
But we comfortable around each other.
Yeah.
We know that we have each other's backs, and I think we need to have more of that out there in the world.
Yep.
You know, it's not all this, you know, what's a good word? Animosity, division, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We can sit here. Man, I've seen you twice. I met you twice, but I feel like I know you for years.
Right,
you know,
man. That's why I'm so happy to see you, man.
And it's awesome.
That's what that connection does.
I think we need more of that. I don't want to take the microphone away from you and everything. But you did. No, yeah, because I want you to stay.
Y'all do that. I'm fine. It's good.
Last year,
Yeah.
it is almost to the point to where if you're a man without values, then you are toxic.
Then that's toxic. You're toxic to yourself.